What is going on, my future meta millionaires? It is your boy Terry Stonkers, and welcome to my channel, baby, by the dip. All right, guys, before we get into today's video, please consider joining the channel membership as little as $2.99 a month. You get the loyalty badges, you get the custom emojis, you also get the buy and sell alerts, and there's a bronze, gold tier in there as well, and silver. You can check out those different tiers. So in today's video, I want to cover some stuff that I think needs to be covered. I haven't covered in my previous videos, but we need to go over this here first. We got this person on Twitter, this John Cantonese. We did cover this individual a few days ago on the channel. He's out there spreading a bunch of FUD, and before he could even, he was following all the YouTubers, all the people on Twitter that cover metamaterials. He was out there trying to put FUD on John Berta. After John Berta did those bullish tweets, you know what I'm talking about if you watch my videos. If not, go to John Berta's Twitter. And he was putting all this stuff about claims of, court and stuff, filing against John Berta. And Wedge here has a great post debunking all that. So here's where he says, your research sucks at John Cantonese too. Try reading the dockets. And there's the documents. Judgment against John Berta is vacated. Dismissed. As I said, you have nothing. And here is the actual post. I'm going to deactivate the camera. And you can see here on the first one, August 8th, joint motion to dismiss all claims against defendant John Berta. Boom, signed. On July 30, 2013, joint motion to dismiss all claims defendant John Berta. Boom. And the next one here is July 25th, 2013. Motion to set aside judgment against John Berta is vacated. And there it is, all done, good to go. So that person that was out there, that John Cantonese trying to spread the FUD out there, thank you, Wedge, for debunking that for us. And the next thing I wanted to go over down here is actually John Berta's reply back to Wedge for making that post. And let's take a deep dive into this. Thanks. When I was CEO, I was advised not to comment on any of this BS. Now I can. Appreciate you setting the FUD straight and calling out their lies. That is a phenomenal reply back to Wedge, because I think that is summing up. If we go over here to George really never replies back to the FUD. He just really doesn't. He kind of stays out of it. He did do a post back to Carisdale Capital about the short and distort, but that was about the extent of it. He didn't really get into too much details. And then we got all this stuff coming out with Gardner Wade and George retweeting it about us basically going to the moon. It's really exciting stuff and really exciting time to be a MetaMaterials shareholder, because we've been waiting a long time for this. We've been bleeding for months and months, and it feels like we've been bleeding for years and years. And it seems like we're getting very close to get something very special here, guys. And I think with, like I said, John Berta being very bullish, we got Gardner Wade being very bullish. And speaking of that, so this post came out, and this is just like crazy. Again, this is guys actually for MetaMaterials now. Keep in mind, John Berta was the former CEO of Torchlight. He has insider information, but he is not a part of Meta. This individual is a part of Meta. And we covered this in last night's video. And he was saying here, he's the Meta CPO. He has zero concerns here. This man holds over 4 million shares of MetaMaterials. And here is Gardner Wade, if you don't know. Chief Product Officer. And it has his full bio here. Mr. Gardner Wade is Chief Product Officer at Meta. He joined the Atlantic, Canada headquarters after spending 2 decades as Managing Director of Development of Engineering in High-Definition Optical Eyewear for global brands and military, flight, and performance sports applications. Recently, Mr. Wade led a 3-year optical lens manufacturing development at Intel Corporation for its augmented reality and wrist-worn electronics division. He holds 9 issued USA patents in optical lens and frame design, along with holographic lens applications. Mr. Wade received a Bachelor of Science degree from San Diego State University and has attended courses at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Boston, and the Art Center College of Design, Pasadena. He has held management positions at Anderson Consultant, American Film Technologies, Oakley Inc., and Intel. Mr. Wade managed military eyewear and goggle product development. Eyewear safety systems and Oakley military products are actively used in the United States Air Force, Army, and Marine forces. So it is nice to see that someone from Meta is actually coming out here and putting out some bullish stuff to knock this freaking FUD out, because there's a lot of it out there, and that makes me super excited that they're sticking up for themselves. They're coming out here. Now, we haven't seen George really do much, but George is the CEO, and that's why I thought it was interesting that John Berta's tweet that he was advised, and I think that's the same thing with George, guys. We wonder why George ain't coming out doing more, and it's probably because he's advised not to. We know that Ken Rice does not want George out here on Twitter, and George is putting his neck on the line every time he does a tweet, because Ken don't want any parts of him, don't want really George on social media. And here you can see John Berta kind of confirming that in his tweet here back to Wedge. So real exciting stuff here, guys. I want you all to leave a comment down below. What do you think about all this stuff going on Twitter recently with the John Berta post, with the Gardner Wade post? And if you watched the past videos, you should know everything I'm talking about here. If not, go back and rewatch those videos, because if you're kind of lost on what I'm getting at, you need to go back and watch the last couple metamaterials videos from the beginning of this week, from the 18th, I believe, up through today. So I believe that is all I got for you. I'm actually looking to buy more metamaterials because of this Gardner Wade situation, and with George retweeting his post, that makes me even really bullish that George is out here. Let me get old Georgie Poo pulled up. But yeah, I mean, George is out here, guys, retweeting about building up warp drives at metamaterials. I mean, does that not get more bullish? What gets more bullish than that? I think, if this is all speculation here because I have no idea, I think we're getting close to divvy. I think the divvy is around the corner, and that's why this all coming out. John Berta coming out talking about the FUD, Gardner Wade coming out talking about the FUD, and you got all this bullish tweets coming out here all of a sudden, and I think they had the deal closed, and I think they got stuff in the process, and it ain't going to be too much longer that we get more information on this dividend, man. That's what I'm thinking, because I think the dividend is the big driver for this to take off. As we said, the shorts don't want us to get our money from the spin out, because they know we're going to plow it back into MMAT stock, and that's possibly when we could see the insiders take up their MMAX shares and convert those over and take more shares off the market. So that is all I got for you in today's video. If you enjoyed it, please smash thumbs up, leave a comment down below. It helps out the algorithm, and I'll catch y'all next video, guys. Peace.